Hi there, how you doing? Thanks for coming again. Today I'm going to be talking about reasons why a man should have sex often. Now this video is for married people, not for singles. This is not to promote promiscuity among singles or amongst children who just want to explore. This video is for singles who are preparing for marriage life and those who are married. It's going to help you to spice up your sex life and also help you if you're single how you should be sexually active with your spouse or how you can make your sex life very healthy. With this, I have to say, if you are a man and anytime your spouse advances you for sex and you start feeling a pain around your manhood, you need help. If you're a Christian, go for deliverance. If you are a man and anytime you want to penetrate your spouse, your woman, and you have pain on your penis or in or around your penis, or you have pain while ejaculating, please seek medical help and seek counseling. If you are a Christian, go for deliverance. You may just be having a spirit wife. You may be having a spirit wife, and make sure that your spouse, you do the same with your spouse. Because sometimes if your wife has a spirit husband, you'll be finding it very difficult to enjoy sex with her. And if you have a spirit wife, your wife will find it very difficult to enjoy sex with you. Sex will always be painful. So not every pain during sex is a medical issue. Some pains during sex is a spiritual issue. And I'm saying this particularly for those who are Christians who believe in Jesus Christ. With that said, let's roll in. Welcome back. In today's class, I'm going to be teaching you 10 reasons why men should have sex more often. And this is very important, guys. We talk about a man eating healthy, sleeping well, doing exercises, but we never talk about the importance of a man having sex often. And remember, this is for married people. This is not for singles or babies who are trying to explore sexuality, because I believe in sex in marriage. I'm not for sex out of marriage because it has a lot of consequences. A lot of consequences. Trust issues always come up. Soul tie covenants are always created. There's a lot of things, especially if you are a woman, it messes you up. So, point number one, when a man has sex more often, it keeps him in touch with his masculinity. And what does it mean for a man to be masculine? It makes him to be more conscious of his role and his purpose as a man. Knowing that he has to provide, he has to protect, he has to satisfy his wife. It takes him into that role of him being the head, him being a leader, him being a leader to serve his family, serve his wife, satisfy his wife in bed. So there are certain things about regular sex that keeps a man in touch with his masculinity. And these are things that are not being spoken about. A man and sex is like his masculinity. It keeps him in touch with his ego as a man, his purpose of being created as a man. And this is very important. Point number two, it makes a man to stay fit. It makes a man to stay in his role of leadership, of providing, of impacting his wife during sexual intercourse. So this helps a man. If a man is overweight, if a man is having erectile dysfunction or weak erection, he makes sure he sorts it out. If a man is not able to satisfy his wife, if a man is not able to communicate with his wife, this is the point. Why am I not able to make you hit orgasm, hit climax? Why am I a man, 1 minute man, a 2 minute man? Is it because I'm overweight? It makes a man to be conscious of his diet. He'll go for exercises more. He'll seek help because he knows whenever he has sex with his wife, he impacts her. And that is the truth. During sex, the man as a leader gives an impactation to his wife because the woman is always at the receiving end. So he impacts her with a lot of things that as he wants her to be to him as a helper. So this is why, especially if you're a Christian sex, especially sex that has not been defiled before marriage, is so vital to a man. Don't joke with it. Don't joke with it. It keeps you in touch knowing that you have to provide. Right from the bed, you are impacting. Right from the bed, you're satisfying. Right from the bed, you have to provide for your wife, your children. It makes you profess your family. It makes you protect them because you are the man leading. You're the man impacting the woman. So this is very important. Then the third point is that it keeps the man healthy. He has a good heart rate. His immune system is very strong. And the more sex he has, his body produces more immunoglobulin A. That's an antibody that fights against infections. So the more sex a man has, he's less likely to get ill easily. He's less likely to be ill. So when a man is feeling lazy, feeling tired, feeling stressful, please just tap your wife and say, oh, if you're tired, let's get into this. If you're feeling like you're getting sick, I think we should get into this. It is very important, guys. Very important. Number 4, it helps the partners to bond. It helps a man to bond with his spouse. And this is particularly for men who has got traumas in their lifetime, childhood traumas, and even their spouses have got traumas in their lives, and it helps the man to bond with his spouse. Remember, a man is not an emotional being like a woman. Men have sex with their heads and with their third leg. They don't have sex with emotion. And this is why it's easy for a man to sleep with several women that he doesn't even love. So constant sex with your spouse helps him to bond with you, helps him to be connected with you, helps him to see you as number one and the only one, helps him not to be looking at you just as a sex object. Because bear in mind, the more women a man has slept with, the more likely he is not to value women. And that's the truth. This is why a man needs to be focused on one woman. And the woman should be well focused to understand her man in submission. So this is very important. The 6th point is, during sex, or when a man has sex regularly, he's less likely to be having pain on his body. So if a man is having pain or inflammation in his body, during sex, the hormone endorphins and oxytocin are being released. These substances are being released. And when they are released into the body, they actually relieve pain and they reduce inflammation in the body. So if you're a man and you're struggling with some form of pain in your body, any part of your body, going into regular sex, and I'm telling you, these substances that are released are going to really help you. And this leads us to the next point, a feel-good hormone. You feel good. The endorphins that are released help you to relax, make you to feel good, make you to be more vulnerable to your spouse. In fact, whatever your wife asks from you is easier for you to give because you are in a good mood, especially when you're just relaxing in bed. And this is why it's advisable for women to always be connected to their spouse after sex, because during that time he's more relaxed, he's more likely to do a lot of things for you and answer your questions. He's more likely to communicate with you because he's really in a good mood. He's really in a good mood. And this leads us to the next point. Number 8, it improves sleep pattern in men. You see, whenever a man ejaculates, he feels so good, he feels so relaxed that he wants to fall asleep. This is because these substances and hormones that are being released during sex or after sex make him to be relaxed. It's almost like drinking chamomile tea. It helps him to be relaxed. It suits his muscles. It calms his nerves. In fact, he feels more relief. He's lightheaded. This is why it's very important for a woman to communicate with her husband at this time, during sex, and a few minutes after sex before he falls asleep. Very important. Number 9, it reduces the chances of weak erection. It reduces the chances of being a 1-minute man. How does this work? It helps a man to be able to connect his mind to his organ during sex. Most men that are not able to control their ejaculation is because their mind is filled with a lot of things. But when a man has sex regularly and he normally ejaculates before he wants to, it helps him to be more focused and making sure that his wife hits orgasm before him. So when he's penetrating his wife, he's able to control himself that he doesn't ejaculate early than he wants to. Or he would wait for his spouse to hit an orgasm before he does. Number 10. Regular sex for men reduces the chances of a man having prostate problems. And that's true. Some problems could be blockage of, that tube. Some problems could be the weak muscles around the prostate area. But regular sex would keep those muscles working, keep them toned, and he's less likely to have prostate cancer, form any kind of disease or infection that would arise around that area. And this leads us to the last point. Number 11, it makes a woman to have more orgasms. When a man has sex with his spouse more often, and he has tapped into his masculinity, and he's determined to please his wife, to impact his wife sexually, he has taken up his role as a leader to make sure his wife is satisfied sexually. What happens is he goes all in to make sure that his wife hits orgasm. Not every woman can have vaginal orgasms easily. It's very easy for a woman to have orgasms during oral sex and do clitoral stimulation. But if your man is having sex with you constantly and he sees that you are connected with him and he's into giving you pleasure, he'll make sure that he studies your body more, he studies the positions which you want better, he'll make sure that you are in the right position so he can give you pleasure and you hit climax. And he'll make sure that you have multiple orgasms. Bear in mind that there are some women who are even in their 60s and 70s who have even had many children, but they have never gotten an orgasm. So this is a perfect medium for guys and even women who are watching this. Send this to your man. You have sex more often with me, whether you're tired or not, just come along so that we bond. So thank you for joining me in today's class. If you're a returning subscriber, I love you. If you just stumbled on this channel, stumbled on this video, I want to tell you you're welcome. I love you. And please, if there's any way or any tip or any feedback you can give me on how to improve your viewing, it's my responsibility. It's my longing to make sure that you enjoy viewing. You are entertained by the videos I upload. I mean, you're part of the family. Either it's the sound quality, either it's the video quality, either it's my background, either it's something you want to tell me, some feedback, negative or positive, I'm open. So thank you. Till next time, I remain your favorite medical professional. Bye-bye.